1943, 25,000 feet above Nazi Germany. A young American pilot named Charlie Brown, just 21 years old, was flying his very first bombing mission. His aircraft, a B-17 Flying Fortress, was named the Old Pub. But this was no ordinary mission. The skies over Germany were filled with danger, flak batteries on the ground, and enemy fighters in the air. Brown's bomber had completed its bombing run over Bremen, but not without cost. Anti-aircraft fire had ripped open the nose, damaged one engine, and shredded the tail section. Most of the crew were wounded. One lay dead and the B-17 was bleeding smoke, alone and barely staying aloft. Suddenly, from the horizon, came something worse. A German Messerschmitt Bf-109 screamed toward them. At the controls, Franz Stigler, a 26-year-old Luftwaffe ace, with 22 confirmed kills. One more, and he'd be awarded the prestigious Knight's Cross, the highest honor a German pilot could earn. He spotted the limping B-17 and approached ready to make the kill. But as he flew alongside, something made him pause. Through the shattered fuselage, he saw a gunner slumped over his weapon. He saw the tail blown open, wires and metal flapping in the freezing wind. He saw the young pilot, pale and focused, trying to control the dying bomber, and he saw the terrified, injured crew who didn't even have the strength to fight back. Then something changed in Franz Stigler's heart. He remembered what his commander had told him early in the war. "You fight with honor. If I ever see or hear of you shooting at a man in a parachute, I'll shoot you myself." Stigler couldn't pull the trigger. To shoot them now, he later said, would be like shooting at a man in a parachute. Instead, he made a decision that could have gotten him court-martialed, even executed. He saluted the stunned American pilot, then began flying in formation with the bomber, protecting it, escorting it out of German airspace. He guided the B-17 toward the North Sea, making sure no flak gunners would target them, then peeled off, letting the bomber go free. Charlie Brown and his surviving crew made it back to England, barely alive, but safe. For decades, Brown wondered why that German pilot hadn't killed them. He never forgot that moment. Nearly 50 years later, in 1990, he began searching for that mysterious German. After a long investigation, in 1993, he found him, Franz Stigler, who had since moved to Canada. When they finally met, they embraced like long-lost brothers. They would remain close friends for the rest of their lives. Not enemies, but family. This incredible true story is told in the best-selling book, A Higher Call by Adam Meek, a story of honor, courage, and humanity in the middle of war.